After 10 years of leading the Red Raiders onto this very field, Texas Tech's iconic Midnight Matador is on to greener pastures.
Midnight Matador is one of a kind. He's more trained than I've been riding since about 5 years old, and he's definitely the most trained and more personality than I thought a horse could ever have.
The 13th horse to ride for the Masked Rider program, the Midnight Matador has carried 11 masked riders down the football field. Current masked rider Ashley Wenzel says the beloved horse has become a staple in her life.
It's a lot of fun to get to see him every single day. Even my own horses that I had, I don't get to see every day if I get really busy and somebody might take over for me, but this is an everyday thing and I've loved it.
The Matador's retirement stemming from a leg injury, so his last run across the field was 2 weeks ago against the University of Oklahoma. Stephanie Rode with Texas Tech says the departure will be just as hard on him.
He knew when it was time for him to run. It was that configuration of the saddle tramps and the band being where it was, and then his song. When the band would start into fanfare, every masked rider I ever talked to told me they would feel his heart rate double. They could feel it through the saddle. And it was very exciting for them, obviously. And he was obviously very excited to be running at that time. He knew that was his time in the spotlight, and it was his time to lead the Red Raiders out on the football field.
For those who have had the closest relationship to Midnight Matador, the goodbye is bittersweet.
I'm definitely sad, but happy in the same time that he's retiring on a good note. He's healthy. He's, still not an old horse. He still has a lot of life in him. And
I think it's sad for all of us, but he has had such a phenomenal run. He is truly an amazing horse, and I think all of us riders that have had him know how amazing he is and how much he's touched so many people, not just in Lubbock, but statewide and nationwide. He really means a lot to so many people.
And finding a replacement for Midnight Matador will be no easy task.
And it has to be a special horse. The masked rider makes 150 appearances a year. He's around little kids, around sick people, at hospitals. He's around older people. He's around opposing fans. And so you've got to have a horse who can handle all those different aspects of what Texas Tech is.
No word yet on where the Midnight Matador is going, but he will be honored at an upcoming home game in an official ceremony. Bailey Jo Miller, Fox 34, News at 9.